Hey, I'm Freya Wilcox. I am the lead singer guitarist of Freya and the Howls, and this is my couch.
Hi everyone, welcome to episode 1 of Other People's Couches. This is technically episode 1.1 because the first one isn't good enough. And I'm here with my good friend Freya Wilcox, who I met through playing in various shows around the city, and I'm now the bass player in her band, Freya Wilcox and the Howls.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, and that accent leads us to the first question. So is it true you're Australian?
It is true, I'm Australian. I'm so very Australian.
And how did that happen?
Well, I think that my parents met because Mum was working at KFC. At some point
really?
after that, yeah, they worked at KFC together. But I think that my dad was continued to go through the drive-thru a bunch because he was hitting on Mum's friend that had bigger tits than her.
Oh, alright.
And then that didn't work out, and then so he continued to come through the drive-thru to talk to Mum, who, like, despite her smaller tits, still had something going for her. And then
So
at some point,
your dad pursued her, or your mom pursued him?
oh no, Dad, like,
He just
No.
It sounds like he was playing darts.
yeah, he was just really trying to hit whatever he could. Actually, there is a story where I think that maybe Mum was pursuing him, but was in the shadow of the other friend a little bit.
Because her boobs are too big.
Because her boobs were too big, they were just casting way too much shadow. Beautiful. But she went to a party with this friend, which I think was the first time she saw my dad in, like, a social situation.
Outside of the car at the drive-thru.
Yeah, I don't even really know the timeline of that. I can only assume that that's how it was going, like,
That's
very
beautiful,
typical teenage story. And he was at the party, I guess, and she thought that she was gonna rock up to this party in, like, I think it was like a little yellow dress that was really floaty and cute, and she just thought she looked adorable. And she probably did look adorable, and she rocked up to the party with the friend that Dad had been into, wearing a super slutty outfit. And Mum took one look at her and went, oh, I fucked up. So I guess he, like, hooked up with her. I don't know what happened there, but that didn't work out. And then my parents, shortly after that, I guess, they were 18. My mum was 18 when they got married. Dad was 19. So,
wow.
yeah,
the movie
really,
rights,
really young.
Are the movie rights for this story like, bought yet? Because, I mean, that's really...
Not quite yet. 18-year-olds getting married. Jesus. I guess not.
So you came to America for music, for love, for both, for none.
So, I came for love, actually. But I guess music was the scapegoat for me as well. The plan wasn't to move here at all, because I'd just finished school, just left the weird house, and I had nothing, really. Well, I hadn't quite finished school, I'm sorry, I just lied, but close to.
That's
and
fair.
I didn't really have anything. Like, I did have the crazy house, but I didn't plan on continuing to live there. I didn't do any internships, like I guess everyone's meant to, because I didn't know, because I didn't go to school. My grades were fine. I was probably gonna, like, graduate and everything, but I didn't have a job. The only job that I had was only in the holidays, which was where I went and, like, landscaped near the mines. So that wasn't something that was sustainable either. And one day I sat in the car with my dad, and I was telling him, like, you know, we're gonna, like, move to Melbourne, and we're gonna do this, and this is how it's gonna work out. And he was like, why don't you move to New York? What the fuck are you doing? Like, you don't, what have you got here?
So
like,
he
what's
didn't
holding
want you to
back?
move to New York?
No, he was
So
telling
he's telling
me,
you to move.
he was
to
telling me
New
to
York.
move to New York. He was just like, why wouldn't you do that? And my dad has always been like, you've got to, like, take all the opportunities you can get, because, you know, luck isn't real. Luck is just opportunity seized. So
I like that.
yeah, so it was fucking scary, but I did come here. I came here with, like, 4 guitars on a trolley and my amp head in a bag full of
4
shoes.
guitars, no clothes.
I had, like, 1 bag of clothes. I had 4 bags of guitars.
True musician, right there.
I sold everything before I left. Like, I had a traumatic experience selling so many CDs, and, like, some fucking wanker that owned a record shop coming up with a massive pile of shit and being like, I'll give you $20 for it. And I was like, fuck. So, of course, so sold him that. But that was just, like, it was a trip out. It was really good to get rid of all of my stuff, though. Like, just not having anything but guitars was really, really super liberating. Yeah, so that's what I did. I went to get work clothes and I started interviewing. At one point I had, like, 6 unpaid jobs. Yeah.
That's good.
That was pretty brutal. For a time I worked for a tattooist in exchange for tattoos.
How many tattoos did you get?
2.
Doesn't sound like it was a very good trade. How many?
He was really expensive, and I was $10 an hour, and it was a direct trade.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you'd have to work like 16 hours for $160 tattoo.
Huh? Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Doesn't seem like worth that much at the end, actually.
So, music. Tell us about either your favorite song you've written or the hardest song you've ever had to write. And hard because it was like intense, emotional, wonderful. You cried.
Oh. I don't normally cry when I play my own songs. I normally only cry when I play other people's songs. So.
Oh my god. Same. Hashtag same. I get it.
Work the lab. Like, you ever play Leonard Cohen, you just sit down and cry.
Oh, yeah.
I had a song to write. I think that I'm actually in the process now of writing some songs that have been really hard to write because this isn't really a useful answer, but I've been robbed of so much time having a job, not being like unemployed and just being able to do it all the time, that I find myself writing songs in my head more than actually writing them in practice. So I spend a lot of time, like, wake up in the morning, think about the song, like, play it in your head a few times. In the middle of the day at work, play this song in your head a few times, experiment with things. So it's almost like playing with a full band, except it's all in your brain. That's really difficult. That's really difficult to get a grasp on in terms of you need to be able to lay it out really well, like, psychologically. But then you also have to be able to fucking remember it, which, when you're playing, like, 2-3 nights a week and drinking, there's just no way. So I think that in terms of, like, difficulty, actually trying to write songs without having
it's like a
practice time
difficulty
is
of
the nice thing.
of the practice of being able to find the time to write, and I think that's something a lot of people struggle with. And like, I know as myself, you've been writing much longer than I have, and right now, even then, I'll be at work and I'll be like, you know what I really wish I was doing right now? Just like playing my guitar and writing songs. Like, that's all I really want to do.
Yeah,
and,
it's
like,
the worst.
I'd probably just end up playing Pokemon or something instead. But
It's actually really, really hard to sit down and make yourself play.
Totally. It's very difficult. But I get that, and people can relate. And like, it's I feel you, girl.
I think that most of my songs up to this point have been really easy, and I felt always like it's just one of those things. Like, everybody says, "Oh, it didn't come from me; it came through me, man."
And you felt that?
Totally. It's always been quite easy. Like, I jam a lot. The first song that I remember actually, like, writing and really working on was a song called Charisma that you would have heard the other day.
Yeah.
Bullshit song. Sounds like a Nirvana song. Wrote it when I was like 11 years old, and then continued to work on it for years and years and years, because what would happen is I would go and record it, and then I'd listen to it and be like, oh, I hate myself, and have to continue to work on it.
Yeah.
So that's probably the one, incidentally, the first one that probably taught me a lot about songwriting.
Yeah, so like we'll round this out, I guess. And one final question: would you mind telling us the story about your lovely blue jean couch?
Oh yeah,
this is the Canadian tuxedos of couch, actually.
Oh, I
this
love it so much,
perfect.
dude. And isn't it so fucking comfortable? Like, if this couch is
all right.
person,
I'm not going to give you that. I'm going to say it's an okay couch. I think my couch might be comfier.
Okay, look, when you want to sleep on a couch, this is the one. This is the one for you.
This is the one for me.
It's kind of like sleeping in your most comfy pair of jeans.
I'll be like, listen, Freya, I'm at a party in Long Island, but I really need to sleep on this couch, so...
Because I can't sleep on one of those IKEA couches that just smushes.
Does ours smush?
Do you guys have exactly the same couch as I have in the other room? Because it's like you sit down
ours has got like a pull-out
like...
bed because we're real people.
Oh, well, ours folds out. It's like, you know those little tiny foam chairs you have when you're a kid that can fold out so there's leg space?
Yeah.
It's basically a grown-up version of that.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
fair.
awful. Right. But this one in particular, my gorgeous boss. Like, I have an awesome boss.
This is going in the internet, you know.
Oh, no.
So I'm tagging you in it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, well, you said it. I'm not going to leave that on the editing room floor.
Unlike every other, like, wannabe punk in the world, I actually enjoy my boss.
That's
but
good.
she had this couch. It was a hand-me-down from her in-laws, who upgraded from a denim couch to a flannel couch.
So when there's clothing trends, they don't buy the clothes, they buy the couch. I like that a lot. I think that's really excellent.
Absolutely. And plus, this fade was really going out of style.
The acid wash couch wasn't in it.
Yeah, it wasn't happening. So we actually went out to New Jersey. It probably was one of the first times I went out to New Jersey. And our mate picked us up, and we hadn't told him that he was going to be driving out to Bumfuck, Idaho to pick up a couch. We were just like, hey, so we need you to go out to Verona to pick up a couch. I realise now that I've said that Verona is not Bumfuck, Idaho, actually.
I don't know anything about it. So.
Yeah. I was just like, wow, that's a really romantic place.
So you went out to Idaho to pick up a couch?
Bumfuck, New Jersey. Not such Bumfuck, New Jersey. And so anyway, he had to pick up this couch, and we also picked up a couch for another person, and then had to deliver couches and then make him go to IKEA, where everyone goes to die that night. So that poor dude, probably nearly killed himself that night for us to get this couch. And we have the Stanley Kubrick fucking entryway in our apartment, where you've got to go up that, fucking orange stairway, and then instead of having doors on either side, you've got doors in a triangle. So getting this gigantic denim couch into this apartment required so much assistance that somebody from outside actually ended up having to stay with us for half an hour, because he offered to help us bring it up the stairs, and then had to deal with the fact that we couldn't get it into the apartment at all. It was the worst thing to do to somebody on a Saturday. Worth it? So worth it, man. I love this thing. Plus, I have a denim couch. How many people have a denim couch? This is probably really expensive.
I can tell you that since this being episode 1.1, this is the only denim couch that I have ever dealt with.
Yeah. Most people have a brown couch, and I think that the brown couch is important.
That's good, because our couch is brown. You better not say that.
Everyone needs a brown couch, but I've already gotten rid of my brown couch.
Now you've got a blue jean couch.
Yeah.
This is
probably never going to let this one go. It'll probably sit in my man cave when I'm 80.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Well, Freya, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
It's been a real pleasure.
Coming and sitting on my couch.
Yeah, it's great. I can't wait for dinner.
Cheers, cunt.
Sponsored by PBR. Not true.
For our lives to be gone.